Hey, Austin here with Hope to Cope, checking in today to remind you that you are a miracle and you have a purpose. One of the things I love most about spring is the new beginnings and that it starts so small. So if you look at these leaves that are growing right now on the tree, they're so small. They're so delicate. They're so vulnerable to everything that's going on around it because they're so small, and yet it starts in such a small beginning with these leaves. It's like this one right here. You can see it's kind of blurry, but how tiny they are. These little tiny leaves that are starting out that then will become much bigger leaves that provide shade for us and coolness in the hot summer days. But it starts with something so small. And in the springtime, it's planting time. So I've got seeds that I'll go out and plant. Armenian cucumber is one of my favorites. But these seeds, they start out so tiny. And then it starts out under the soil where there's a lot of growth that happens that we don't see initially. But we water it, we take care of it. And then eventually there's a little sprout and it starts to come up, and then it gets exciting because you're like, hey, there's something happening. But then even from that little sprout, it still takes a while before you can get the fruit of the seed. So this here, it says 60 days to maturity. So that's 60 days after you plant the seed before you can even expect to get some fruit. And so I love the small beginnings, because it reminds us that all things start small. And it's doing something consistently, doing something little consistently over time will lead to the fruit, will lead to something bigger. And so wherever you're at right now in your life, just start with something small. Plant the seed and consistently nurture it. Take care of it. And as it starts to sprout, take care of it even more. Love it. Speak kindly to it and allow it to grow and bear fruit. You are a creator. You are a miracle and you have a purpose, and you are always creating in your life. You are bearing the fruit right now in your life of things you have planted years ago, months ago, days ago. You're experiencing the fruit right now in your life. And so if the fruit is bitter, if you don't like the taste of the fruit, or if you want to plant something new, prepare the space. It's springtime. It's time to prepare the ground, to plant the seed, and to nurture it until you receive the fruit. And then enjoy the bountiful harvest from your labor. And it starts with something small, something so simple as planting a tiny seed in the ground. So what is something today that you've been putting off that you can do? Something small, by maybe just speaking kindly to yourself, by looking yourself in the eyes in the mirror and saying, you know what? I love you. I love you. I love you. Look at yourself in the eyes and say that 10 times. Something small. But imagine what could happen if you did that every day for a month. Might you be able to connect with yourself at a deeper level? Might you be able to see the beauty that's there within you, the immensity of the goodness, the greatness that's within you, and recognize that you are a miracle, that you do have a purpose. Start small. And remember that I'm here every day at Hope to Cope, checking in to give you a little bit of hope to help you cope with whatever it is that you're going through. And maybe that's what's going to work for you, is every day checking in with me and listening to these videos every day for a month and just see what comes up for you. Something little. I'm here. I'm committed. I'm going to be here for you every day. And so that's something you could do. Let me support you through that. But I also challenge you to look yourself in the eyes in the mirror and tell yourself that I love you 10 times. And do that every day for 30 days. Just see what happens. I believe in you. I see you. And I thank you for spending this time with me. And I look forward to being with you again soon.